will go to Jeremiah Wright and Logan Taylor. Now Jeremiah Wright, I've talked about a lot on this program. Like he's a big guy that I see slide into that Onwenu spot, right behind Onwenu. I think he could play on the left or the right, but I prefer him on the right. I prefer him like sitting a year behind Onwenu, and then next season maybe cutting that cost to the 20 million starting right guard and bringing along Jeremiah Wright, who I think you could get in the third or fourth round, probably even the fourth, 125 or 131. We saw him down at the Senior Bowl. That's really where he got my attention. I talked about him with Clint Goss on yesterday's episode, and down there they had him finish off every day at the practice days, they'll have like a final rep, and it's oftentimes you'll see like rivalry reps. So it was him against LT Overton from Alabama, and man, he put him into the ground, and Wright he was talking the whole time, not just in that rep, but in every rep throughout him. And like, it's not like you're going to win all the reps, but man, he won a bunch of them and he looked good down there. I think he's obviously got some development, and that's why you're going to be able to get him in the fourth round. But you're talking about a guy who's like 6'5", 330 or something like that. Just a man-sized right guard, left guard, right guard, whatever, ready to step right in and contribute if he needs to, I think.
Yeah. And for me, I had Logan Taylor. And I think the main thing with him is where in your circumstance with Jeremiah Wright, I think he's a guy that could definitely end up becoming a starter at any point. Really, I think he's got the talent and capabilities of doing so. Logan Taylor, I kind of think of more of as a solid, reliable depth piece for us. And not only did he just play right, he played right guard here at BC at Boston College. He also played left tackle. He's capable of really playing wherever they need him to be. 6'7". He's what is he here? He is 314 pounds, and does have a 33 and 7/8. Basically, let's just say 34-inch arms at that point. 34-inch arms, like he's really like well built for the position. Just doesn't have that athletic streak that you like kind of would like, but I do like the positional versatility out of him. That I can see him being somebody we just say, let's go ahead and start building this Boston College pipeline. We've got a great relationship with them down there, and get somebody that if we want to continue to maintain on Wenu, we've already spent the money for ABT Elijah Vera Tucker for how I guess what is it now 3-4 years that we're gonna have ABT now. We're
Yeah.
Will Campbell's our left tackle. Uh, maybe there's even a shot Logan Taylor could even be a right tackle if you wanted to try him there. There's just a lot of versatile options out of him that hey, I don't bank on this guy being a starter, but he's definitely somebody I would love to see us take a shot on to see what's his best place and can he play other places and fill in numerous roles if we need him. He'd be another Ben Brown, which is definitely a great asset to have. A Ted Karras, Ben Brown type kind of role, and going guard and tackle. Hey, that kind of fills two roles if you need it. So I definitely would take that into consideration.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was surprised that the Boston College pipeline that you kind of talked about wasn't tapped a little bit last year with Ozzie Trapillo coming out and Drew Kendall. I thought those were both positions, obviously we needed and we drafted. We drafted a tackle, we drafted a center. I was surprised that it wasn't those guys. It's kind of well known that they the Boston College coaching staff and our coaching staff are close. Like Bill O'Brien has coached here in New England. He was the coach when Vrabel was the player here, I think, but they've coached also together in the past. There's a lot of crossover between all these guys. And then on top of that, you have like I know Dante Scarnecchia works with a lot of those graduates after to prepare for the draft. And Doug Marrone was the offensive line coach there for a year prior to coming here. So there's so much crossover there that it's like if they go another draft class without drafting a BC offensive lineman, I'm going to really I don't even I'm just not going to I'm going to be very, very confused because, there's nobody who's more of a loyal to my people guy than Vrabel. and yet
Yeah,
you just patently refuse to draft any pupils of your people. So I'd like to see them go with either a Jude Bowery or a Logan Taylor or
yeah.
someone like that in this draft, just for the sake of the local aspect. Um, I've always one of the things that's always um, kind of bugged me about pro sports is I wish there was more of a local um, like membership on the team. I almost wish that like rosters were more regional. Like, and I don't care. I know we'd get smoked by like every team in Texas, Florida, and California, but I still want New England dudes on this team, you know?
And it just builds like more of a fandom to those types of players too. So getting a guy like I remember like the Save Flowers draft, and everybody just treated Zay Flowers like he's from Boston. I think he was from Florida or something like that. Like I don't, if I'm just going off of like a distinct memory of it, but I don't think Zay Flowers is even from like the New England area. I think he was like down south, went to BC for the opportunity and made a name for himself. But everybody's like, oh man, we're gonna get this kid from Boston College and get him home, bring him home. And I'm like, I don't think this is technically his home, guys. But it's kind of like stuff like that. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, still having like it'd be nice for not really like you're staking your claim in it because the draft is the draft, but even just UDFA guys, like getting like people from that have you have first dibs on guys local to your area would be kind of sick to just be like they weren't drafted anyway, but hey, I
Yeah.
can go ahead and claim 2, 3 guys out of guy from let's say Rhode Island had a guy receiver a couple years ago if I'm not mistaken. Um, and then like just even UMass, anything of that sort. Just get some guys that are close by that you can pick up and stake a claim, and that'd be kind of cool. But we don't. We're not in the owners' meetings, unfortunately, so we don't get to make those judgment calls. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like the ultimate example to me was Ozzy Trapillo last year, um, where his dad played at BC. His dad was on the field for the Flutie Hail Mary. Like this kid grew up here. His dad played with the Saints and played real short stint with the Patriots in '93. But like he was the ultimate to me of like, man, get a local kid at a position we need and like really bring the local crowd in like from a marketing standpoint. And look, I love Will Campbell. He's great. I love like the whole southern charm thing and all that. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not denigrating Will Campbell at all. I just, man, I would have really liked to get Trapillo as like a swing tackle backup that develops and is like again that connection to the local crowd.
I think we definitely had interest in him. I think he went higher than we expected. I didn't expect him to be in the third round. I kind of thought like fourth, fifth round, like
Yeah.
really early day two, like something of that sort, like maybe would be like the best spot for him. I think the Bears just saw the potential in him, and look what happened for him. He got the start this year for the Bears, so I mean that's pretty credible for him, and shows like they really believed in him and let him go out there and do his thing. Because rather you earned the starting job or was because it was in a pinch, it doesn't matter. You still got the opportunity to do it, and we're all talking about how well he did. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would have really liked to see him here, but yeah, I think you're right. I think ultimately, I think he went a little earlier than people expected, and maybe we were hoping to get him at 105 or at 95 or whatever, where we ultimately took Jared Wilson, and just it just didn't work out to have him end up here. And hey, who knows? Who knows? Maybe at some point in his career he will play here in a Patriot uniform. That wouldn't surprise me at all.